It was pretty amazing. I felt amazing. Everybody noticed and it was just awesome. Like I just felt amazing.
Hi everyone, my name is Charmaine and I'm the dietitian that helps people reverse type 2 diabetes with plant-based eating. And today I have Vanessa with me. You can say hi to everyone, Vanessa.
Hi everyone. Hope you guys are all having a good day.
That's great. Well, Vanessa was one of our participants that went through the Reversing Diabetes program, and she is doing amazing. So I would love to just share her story with you guys today. So Vanessa, what prompted you to reach out to me? What made you want to start on this journey in the first place?
This journey, I think I wanted to start it because I was having issues controlling my sugars. My doctor was not able to do it. She recommended I see an endocrinologist. I did that, changed all my medications, and she could still not get my sugars down. She was upping my medication, she was upping my insulin, and then she was giving me more medicine to protect my kidneys from the medicine that she was giving me. So it was very frustrating that an actual doctor could not bring my sugars down. And I just hit like basically rock bottom, and it's like I need to do something different because I've been doing this for the last, I would say, 4 years. My daughter's already 4, so I have not been able to like get my sugars down at all. Even though I was under medical care. It did allow me to lose weight, but when I saw that this medication was making me lose weight, I just felt very unhealthy about the way I was losing the weight. I knew it was time. I knew it was time that there has to be something else out there that I can do this in a healthy way. And my goal was basically to get my A1C and sugars down. That's my main goal. Losing weight, I think, is a plus, but honestly, like that was not my focus. It really wasn't.
Got it. Thank you so much for sharing. So you kind of saw the side effects of the medication. You're like, I want to get off that. So how has this been, changing your lifestyle, being on this plant-based journey? How has that been for you so far?
It's been amazing. I decided to go cold turkey pretty much because I was, like I said, at the bottom, and I was just ready for a new start, something new. And I knew that I was ready to dedicate myself like 100%. The first week I started feeling my energy just like went through the roof. I was getting up super early. I was cleaning the house, washing the dishes, before the kids got up for school. My mood changed. I know as a diabetic, a lot of people don't realize, but it affects your mood a lot being under medication. So I noticed my mood get a lot better. I was doing a lot more outdoor stuff. And then I did notice my appetite increase a lot, but knowing like the options that I was allowed to eat made it so much easier to get through it the first couple of weeks. It was pretty amazing. I felt amazing. Everybody noticed, and it was just awesome. Like I just felt amazing.
That's great. And what were the results that you were seeing? What were the results that you were getting through changing your lifestyle?
So within the first week, the week that I started was in November, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this challenge, I gotta do it in the toughest time of the year, which is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And it's like, if I could get through these 3 months, I could like accomplish anything. My energy, just mood, overall like friendliness. I think that's the biggest thing I noticed is my energy change, seeing how I look at food, with the program, the app that you guys have us follow. I know at the beginning I didn't really see it, but it taught me how to feel, like what emotion I was feeling when I was hungry and why I was hungry, so it kind of made me go into deeper onto why, further deep inside myself to see what needed to be changed. And it kind of fell into place. Like I was having a conversation with Galia, and like, she's like, you were in a stressful situation and you opted to still eat healthy, and I know that's like one of the toughest things is like when you're stressed out, you go to your comfort food, and I've learned through like making my own meals, like I found my own healthy versions of my own comfort food. So I think that's the biggest gain that I've gotten from this, as well as my sugars, of course, but mentally it's helped me a lot.
I love that. I love that. I love that you're able to build a healthy relationship with food. You're able to, see how you've grown, and not just, mood and energy, but, also your blood sugar as well. So how has your blood sugar changed, throughout this program?
When I started the program, like I said, I was in the 300s to mid 200s, and that has been consistent, I would say, for the last 4 years. My daughter's already going to be 5, so I've had the diabetes since I had her in my belly, because of the gestation. It just never went away. But that has gotten my sugars down to the 90s. It was kind of going up and down, 90s, 100s, 130s. And I've stabilized like in the 130s now. So I'm very happy with that it's taken that long to get it to where I need to get it,
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I know that you mentioned that, okay, like you want to get through the toughest month of, the holidays, right? What gave you the motivation to do so? Because I know it's not easy. And a lot of people, want to start in January where all the holidays are over. So what gave you the motivation to do that?
It's definitely my kids. I want to be around for them. That's the most important thing to me. I know I tried like going through doctors and stuff, but it just like, I felt hopeless. I felt like there was nowhere to go from there. But luckily I saw you on Facebook, I think, or Instagram. And I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this, because I had, like I said, no energy. I didn't want to spend time with my kids. I just wanted to sleep. And it was awful because they were following my patterns now. They didn't have no energy. Like, they wanted to go out, but I was always like, no, I'm too tired. No, I'm too tired. And it got to the point where now, like, they didn't want to go outside, So it was after I started getting my energy, it's like, come on, you guys. And it's like, I'm struggling that with them now, trying to get them to get energized and do stuff with me and just get out of the house, So I kind of saw that I didn't want them to follow in my footsteps. That was like an unhealthy path for them. And I didn't want to be the person who they watched and who they learned from, so they wouldn't follow that. So I see it now, the change though, the energy that I have now. Like, I see my kids now wanting to go outdoors, go bike riding, do stuff. And we try to get out every weekend as a family. And even if it's just for a walk around shopping centers or something, it's just like, just get out and move. So that was definitely my motivation.
That's amazing. That is so powerful. And I know that you shared also, your son is taking your footsteps.
Definitely.
Of diet. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes. Oh God. Yes. My son was very motivated by me. We sat down and watched a couple of documentaries on Netflix about plant-based. We watched Game Changer. We talked after, and he's like, Mom, how can I do this? Like, how can I be strong and be more energetic and stuff? And I'm like, told baby, all you have to do is want to do it and start eating the stuff that I'm eating. I'll make plenty of food for all of us and just start eating. So I think my son is like 1 month less than me of eating plant-based. So he's just a little bit behind me that he started plant-based, and it's a little bit challenging. He's only 9 years old. I understand he's young, but the kids teasing him and stuff, like, it's just part of life. But I told him, you have to be strong. You're gonna have to want this for yourself. You gotta want better for yourself. And I'm just getting him in that mindset, and he's been on board ever since.
Awesome. I love that. And how old is he?
He is 9 years old. He's about to turn 10 next week.
Oh, he's gonna be a big boy. That is crazy. I love that. He's so young, but he already is taking your footsteps. And I think one thing that encourages me the most isn't just helping, clients, but I think even just seeing their kids follow their footsteps, right? Like their family. And I think that's huge, because this is almost like a ripple effect, right? It's not just you who are changing, but it's your son. And then, it's going to be your daughter, and then it's going to be your husband, right? Like, I think that's the beauty of it, is you're the first person to change, but you're not just changing your life, but other, your loved ones' lives too. So I think that is so powerful.
Definitely. I noticed it a lot. My mom has almost also jumped on board with me just about the same time my son did. My daughter, she's a little bit pickier, so she tends to eat fruits and vegetables anyway, so we didn't have to work too hard on her. We just have one more person to pull in, and that's my husband.
Hey, they say so it's okay. It's little by little, everyone's seeing you change.
Definitely.
Even my husband, it's little by little, and now he's even healthier than I am. So there's gonna be a day. So I'm so excited about that. Vanessa, what would you say to someone who is on the fence about reversing diabetes with a plant-based diet?
First of all, I think one of the biggest eye-openers I realized after starting this diet was that these doctors that are medicating you, they are not there to reverse your diabetes. They're there to maintain you as a diabetic and continue feeding you these medications. And as well, they're paying the pharmacies. They're keeping everybody in business right now by not, reversing your diabetes. And that's not their goal. That is not their goal. That was the biggest eye opener for me. And I am like super thankful. Like that is like one big thing that if you think these if you think these doctors are out there to help you, they're not. They're there to maintain you as a diabetic, to continue paying them. That and just how much it changed me. How mentally it changed me a lot. Like I feel like this taught me a lot about myself, about my feelings, about everything around that's out there that's filled with chemicals. It's just, I've learned so much. And I'm thankful. And I always think twice before I buy certain products. And how you mentioned in the program, like how to check for fat and what to check, like the main thing is the fat percentage, and that's what I look for in my food. I know I was a little worried at first about the portions that I was eating, but I soon realized that it didn't affect me at all. Eating the fruits didn't affect me at all. So like that was a total mind change, It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. And I'm slowly learning more, not to be scared to eat food.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of stigma with fruits, with carbs, but you were able to see that you're actually eating more of these foods and still be able to, bring your blood sugar down, which is amazing, right? So I think
yes,
so great.
I was in total shock with my sugars going down.
It's amazing. It's so exciting to see. I think not just your blood sugar lowering, I think that's one thing, but I think it's the whole, right? Because I think a lot of times when it comes to diabetes, a lot of people just focus on the blood sugar, right? And so they'll do anything to lower their blood sugar, but they don't think about their mental health, they don't think about their energy, right? But I think what's amazing is not only does your mood change, your energy increase, but also just people around you. I think that is the most powerful thing. So I love that.
Definitely. Every time people come over, I tend to put Game Changer on just so they could kind of get it.
That's great.
Like a lot of family learn from it, It's
I love that.
Yeah, I had my nephew come over and I cooked like a full vegan meal with like a little bit of everything. And like, I was like, I wonder if he's going to like it. And he ate it and he enjoyed it. And he had 4 servings of it.
Oh, he did? That's great. Yeah. I gotta come over. Sounds like the food is great. Oh, that's awesome. I think that's great. Even just like sharing it to other people, because I think sometimes even for me, I'm like, is that person gonna like this? I think sometimes I'm intimidated by, I don't know, I'll just let other people choose. I don't want to force it on other people, but I think when you just cook it and you offer it and people get to try it, I think that is amazing. Just that they can see, like it's easier than they think, right?
I think also the stigma of like, it's almost considered as a vegan, but like a plant-based is more for health reasons. And I have to explain that to my family, kind of like what the difference is, because that's also something new that I learned, the difference, it's more towards protecting, vegan is more towards protecting animals and, you know, anything animal, and being plant-based is like focusing on my health and just bettering yourself. And I've had to explain, like kind of teach my family members, you know, this is what we're doing this for, you know, this is what it's for. So it's been an interesting journey because I'm so much more knowledgeable of why I did this, and to be able to tell people about my lifestyle, it's like crazy. Like my hairdresser, she's like, are you trying to convert me? I go, no, I'm just telling you, you know, it makes me feel amazing, but you should give it a try.
No, that's great, Vanessa. You're doing a great job. Okay, well, what would you say, you know, are, like, to end this, to wrap this up, what would you say are 3 favorite dishes on this lifestyle that you want to share with people?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna keep it super simple. I like my pinto beans and brown rice with some salsa. That's like my number one.
I love that.
I know Galia posted a recipe which was like a quinoa bean mix salad. She did it with her own ingredients, but then I went ahead and did it with my own ingredients and added whatever I like, whatever flavor I like. You know, you don't have to follow a recipe right to a T, how they give it to you. Like, add what you enjoy, add the flavors. So that was one of my favorites. And for me, breakfast is a must. Like, I have to have breakfast.
Yes.
And for me, it was a steel cut oats oatmeal. And with the idea of you guys adding zucchini to that, made it like 10 times better.
Really? That's great. I'm so glad.
Never had it like that. So I pretty much, since I started the program, I have oatmeal every day. And it's just, I love it. I even do like the overnight oats when I have to go into the office and prepare it the night before, get it ready. And I do chia as well. I'll do like a chia, just all chia seeds. And I'll do that too, and do overnights. It's just whatever's easy for work.
I love that.
Those are like my top 3.
That's good. That's good. Is there anything else you would want to add? Anything else that you want to add to wrap this up?
I just want to tell people that, you know, if you're on the fence about deciding whether or not to do this, it's totally worth it. You know, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in a longer life. You want to do this for your family, for yourself, first most, and it's just amazing. You'll feel the difference. You'll feel the energy. You'll feel the curiosity from people, like, oh, why do you look so much better? Why do you have good energy? You know, it's like, oh, well, I'm doing plant-based now. You know, this is the way I'm going to be for the rest of my life, because it makes me feel amazing. I just want people to take that in. I know it's hard. And even if you take it slowly, you know, change one day, all vegetables, all plant-based, you know, and slowly get yourself in there.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I think that is definitely really powerful. It's amazing to see your transformation and your family's transformation as well. I think that is amazing. Love your energy. So thank you so much, Vanessa.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. It's been such a pleasure. And for those of you who are watching, if you're interested in learning more about reversing diabetes, getting off diabetic medications, and what this is all about, make sure to check out our free training where I break down the exact steps of how I help hundreds of people to do so. So very, very big thank you to Vanessa, and I appreciate you sharing your story, and hope all of you will have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.